Hi guys and welcome to my channel. Today I'll be making some tennis rolls, so let's get started. So I went ahead and I add my water, my yeast, and my sugar mixture in this bowl, and I'm letting the yeast bloom. I have my milk and my vanilla extract in one bowl, and I have some shortening, butter, salt, orange zest, and my flour. So I'm gonna go ahead and pop my butter and shortening into my microwave for 30 seconds. And then I'm going to pour that into my mixing bowl. I'm also going to go ahead and add my yeast mixture into my mixing bowl. I'm using brown sugar for this recipe, so that's why the yeast mixture is like that. I'm going to go ahead and add my milk mixture now to my bowl, and I'm going to go in with my orange zest. I'm now going to attach my whisk attachment to my mixing bowl, and I'm going to whisk up this bad boy to infuse the liquid ingredients with all the goodness of the orange zest. So as you can see here, the orange zest is evenly distributed throughout the liquid ingredients. I'm going to go ahead and place my dough hook onto my machine, and I'm going to go ahead and add my salt to my flour mixture and mix that up. And then I'm going to go ahead and add the dry ingredients to the liquid ingredients. Guys, please don't forget that all the ingredients will be listed in the description box below. And don't forget that all the ingredients has to be at room temperature. So now I went ahead and lit my machine, and I'm going to turn this on speed 1. And I'm going to let the dough start to form, and I'll show you guys exactly what I'm looking for in the tennis roll dough. So now my dough has been mixing for a couple of minutes. I'm going to go ahead and increase the speed. So I'm increasing the speed to a level 2, or a speed 2 as you say. And I'm going to let the dough mix up together. And once it starts coming together like so, I'm going to go ahead now and slow down the machine and then turn it off. And I'm going to go in with a wooden spatula or a wooden spoon and scrape down the side of the bowl to make sure that all the ingredients are incorporated together and fully combined. So now that I've went ahead and scraped down the bowl, I'm going to go ahead and close my mixing bowl again, and I'm going to go ahead and let the dough start to combine together on a level 1 or a speed 1. And as you can see, what we're looking for is for the dough to pull away from the machine or from the side of the bowl. So I'm gonna go ahead and let this mix up for a few more minutes, and then I'm gonna increase the speed to a level 3. So now that I increased the speed to a level 3 and our dough is looking really good, I'm going to let this go for a few more minutes, and then I'm going to show you. So I increased the speed on a level 4, and this is what it looked like, and it's perfect and it's ready. So now I'm going to go ahead and dust my tabletop with some flour, and I'm going to go into my mixing bowl like so and get my dough out to knead onto my flour surface. So for me, regarding anything, especially if I'm baking, I need to knead my dough by hand a little bit before I let it rest. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to knead my dough for about 4 to 5 minutes or so, and then I'm gonna let the dough rest. I'm gonna go ahead and place this dough back now into my mixing bowl that I mixed the dough in earlier. And I'm going to cover that mixing bowl with parchment paper or saran wrap or a plate. And I'm going to let this dough rest for about 45 minutes or so. And I'm going to put this in a warm place. And I'm going to put this on top of my stove because my stove is the warmest place. So I left my dough to rise or double in size. I'm going to go ahead and flour my surface, and it's been 45 minutes. I'm gonna punch down the dough for the excess air to release, and I'm gonna go in with a little bit of flour on my hand, and I'm gonna be kneading the dough in the mixing bowl as well as punching it down as well. And then I'm gonna be taking the dough out and place it onto my flour surface, and I'm gonna be kneading this for a couple more minutes. So now that I've been kneading the dough for a couple minutes or so, I'm gonna go ahead now and I'm going to form like a medium log, and I'm gonna go ahead and cut my dough in half. So now that I cut my dough in half like so, I'm gonna go ahead now and take the half and I'm gonna make it into a round ball. And once I form the round ball like this, I'm gonna go ahead and cut that again in half. So once I cut the dough in half now, I'm gonna go ahead and cut the halves again in halves. So one round ball should give you two half and then 4/4 and then four pieces each. This tennis roll recipe yields about approximately 30 tennis rolls. And what I do is I weigh all my tennis roll to get the perfect size and consistency when making it. So I have my scale here and I'm going to be weighing the tennis roll dough like so. So a regular tennis roll is pretty much like 3.25 ounce. I'm doing 3.15. And this is how I'm going to be rolling my dough into getting the perfect ball. There are two techniques. So you can go ahead and pinch the dough like this all around it and then roll it in your hand like so. Or you can go ahead and pinch it with your thumb and just fold and just use your other hand to guide the dough ball. And that's all. Now I'm going to go ahead and grease my baking tray, and I'm going to go ahead and put my tennis roll in there and let that proof up for about 15 to 25 minutes. And once it proof up, I'm going to go ahead and bake the tennis roll now in a 350-degree oven for about 15 to 20 minutes or until golden brown. Now, once the tennis roll is golden, I'm going to go in with some butter, and I'm going to brush some butter all over the tennis roll. So once I finish applying the butter all over my tennis roll, I'm going to go ahead and let the tennis roll cool down completely at room temperature. Once the tennis roll is at room temperature, I'm going to go ahead and place it into an airtight container. And you can go ahead and serve this with tea, coffee, milk, soda, cheese, anything. It's a good breakfast or lunch or snack. Guys, I'm going to show you what it looks like inside. So this is what, it's been 25 minutes and this is what our tennis roll look like inside. It's so soft and fluffy. I hope you guys do like this video. If you do, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Please don't forget to subscribe. And until next time, guys, happy cooking and see ya.